The Skeleton Army evolution will win you entire games by itself. Nope, I'm ready for you, baby. But the Skeleton Army Evo, I'm not hyping it up either. I have found one of the most broken decks in the game's existence. Right up there with... What are we fireball? Okay, so we're just pressing things now. It is right up there with Boss Bandit Mini P.E.K.K.A, with Hero Mini P.E.K.K.A, Hero Giant spam, with any hero spam deck in the entire game, with Golem. And usually when people think of the most broken deck in Clash Royale, you think of beatdown decks. And I don't blame you for that, because most of the broken decks are beatdown decks. But if you dive a little bit deeper, what the hell are we doing? Can I get a worse opponent? If he is up here, you guys can get up here. That's all I'll say about this, okay? Skeleton Army gonna take pretty much the entire tower without being evoed, or the entire tower. Okay. Oh my god. Well, you know what? If you hadn't spent 8 elixir just on the Boss Bandit, pressing random ability buttons, and fireballing Mike's... Oh, well, he has a Hero Mini P.E.K.K.A. That's how he got up here. Okay. But yeah, anyways, we're gonna do a little bit of a play as soon as I'm able to get his spell out. Wait, does he have arrows? I don't even know. Is that cooked that I don't even know if he has arrows or not? Okay, he has an E-Wiz that he just played on. I don't even know. I don't. I'm struggling. Anyways, before I got distracted by the abhorrent gameplay of Raphaelix, I was going to say that a deck doesn't have to be super... What the hell are you playing? A deck doesn't have to be super heavy to be super broken. And that is definitely the case for this deck, in which we may be looking like we're making skilled plays at times, but we are absolutely just playing random bullshit the majority of the times. Let's go Vines here. I'm going to do the scarmy play where we're going to keep the general just on the other side of the universe, and the invisible skeletons are just going to completely shred everything. Now, the unfortunate thing is the tower did decide to target that, but the fortunate thing is the game was over before it started. But Omar, what if my opponents aren't Raphaelixes? Because usually they aren't. That's totally valid, and I'm going to show you what happens when they aren't. Cue, hopefully, Julio being better than our last counterpart, so I can show off the strength of the deck without my opponent beating themselves. Now, what's really good about this deck is that you probably will still lose to things with, like, maybe 5 splash counters. Like, let's say you have maybe... bowler and Xe and arrows and zap and log. You might not be able to do anything, and that's just kind of the nature of the, you know, bait decks being countered by that stuff. But you have to have a really, really strong bait counter or 4 to be able to deal with this deck. I'm not even kidding. I accidentally just sacrificed my Dark Goblin. I didn't know he was gonna play it there! Who does that? Anyways, it doesn't look like this man has a billion bait counters. It does look like I might be able to get another ability off here, but it might just be worth it to Vines instead. He goes log. Okay, yes, Vines are definitely the good play first, and then we're going to hit the ability, which is a little bit of an overcommitment, but we were able to get a little bit of extra damage, so I won't complain, given I have another Skelly King in just one more card to play directly on the Witch. So he's going to go P.E.K.K.A here. I think I would like to let the Witch connect to my tower, and then we'll go quickly with the Fire Spirit here, and then we'll go Skelly King up top like this. So in case he does have another spell, yeah, that's perfectly fine. We would have the Skeleton King ability. What the hell happened to my Ice Spirit? Where did he go? What did he jump on? What the hell? What happened to him? Either way, he's going to have to use something on this Skelly King, or else he's going to take a ton of damage. So we're going to go opposite lane with that Skelly Barrel, in which case it should be getting a decent amount of damage before he's able to log it. That's perfectly fine with me. Oh, God. Okay, I think I almost just threw with the Suspicious Bush play. Let's go Dark Goblin over here as well, just to apply a little bit of extra pressure, cycle back to my Skelly Barrel. And as you can see, big damage on both lanes here. If I was a... riveting individual, I probably would have gone with the Vines play there, but I wasn't thinking. I was just running my mouth. Now I will go Scarmy like this. He's gonna have to deal with both of these lanes. I will go Vines like this, and then I'm gonna hit this ability. That's perfectly fine. He has to burn both of his spells on the Skelly army, which is usually what happens in situations like that. Beautiful damage from our Skelly King. And yeah, even if the Scarmy isn't directly winning you games, the fact that he had to burn both of his spells to kill the Scarmy won me the game. So even if it's not directly taking the tower, it's indirectly taking the tower, and it fuels the entire deck. I really do, for the love of the game, want to find somebody with just a billion splash cards to just show off that you really can just beat any single matchup in the game with this deck. But hey, if we don't, That's fine with me too. We'll go Dark Goblin over here to hopefully activate the king. Oh, that's too deep. Okay. My bad, kings. My bad. And queens. We'll go, what do you guys think? Oh, maybe my wish did come true. Maybe my wish did come true. Oh, God. Okay, well, let's see. What would be a good play here, you think? Because, I mean, we get a bunch of damage over there, which is kind of cool, but, at the same time, we also gave up an entire Hog Rider. This game's going to overtime. I just sense it. We're taking each other's towers. You know what? I'm not worried. It doesn't matter how you start. It matters how you finish. And that is especially the case for a deck like this, where the further you get in the game, the better it gets. So this man does, Yo, Hog Rider! Man does have a lot of counters to us. What's nice is I should be able to get this ability off. And he's going to have to spell that. It still gets a lot of damage even after the spell, which is great. I'm going to go Suspicious Bush just like this. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. He has to burn a Firecracker in the lane where I'm pretty much already going to hand him the tower. Suspicious Bush should get a couple hits in. Nice. Not too shabby. We will activate the King Tower for, you know, and keep the Ice Spirit alive, which I guess is kind of snazzy. But okay, I want to take out the Tesla, but at the same time, I also want to, like, maybe Vines the Tesla so we can, like, damage it. It doesn't matter if it's, like, above ground or below ground, to be honest. He uses his log. That's really good. Okay, maybe we can get his delivery out. Oh my God, that would be actual peak. Can we get his delivery out? I need to get back to Vines, like, immediately. Okay, just use the Evo Tesla to eliminate my entire population. Okay, that's not great. But what is great is we're going to get the tower anyways. So 14 HP versus 18 HP. I told you, don't matter how you start, it matters how you finish. And with the pocket opened up, things get a lot more easier for us as the game goes on, because he's not going to be able to, ooh, that Scarmy is still going to get a bunch of damage on the tower. He's not going to block these vines, right? Beautiful. Okay, the Scarmy got a butt ton of damage on the tower. And with just one more Scarmy cycle, now we're going to be able to get back to the ability. And now I'm back to my Evo Scarmy, which I can do the pocket play with and instantly win the game. So that's pretty exciting. I love this play. I actually love this play so much. Log is out too. Oh my God. Yeah, GG's. The game is over. The game is over. The game is over. The game is over. You like that? You like that? Thinking, oh, wait, was that an Evo? I didn't see it. I didn't see it, but you're not going to out Evo Scarmy me. That's for damn sure. And I'm literally like, I have played probably like 20 games. I've just been trying to find like good games and stuff, and I've been stuttering my way out of this. I've lost 2 games, and one of them has been to, okay, E-Spirit, Barbarrel. I don't like that combo. I don't like that combo, Mr. Don. I don't like that combo. I think this guy's going to get slaughtered, genuinely. Let's go Dark Gob over here. I don't care if I take a little bit of damage, because I'm going to get a nice little counter push going in here. He has the, ooh, Mini Pecker. Ooh, okay. That makes things a little bit more difficult. Not really. But I was hoping to get a little damage there. It doesn't work because he does have a good counter to my Skeleton King. I was hoping we could buy time to get that ability off, but that's all good. Let's use the flawless perfect timing on the Ice Spirit here so we can hit all of these skeletons. Close enough. Fire Spirit will not kill the level 16. Oh, God. Okay. Well, this is makeup for me not having my skeletons die to the ice golem from the last game, but I still would have crushed that guy anyways. Okay, so now I assume Barbarrel comes in here, right? Because that doesn't kill. Yeah, okay. So now we just do this, and then we just hit the ability and like take our damage on the other lane because you know what? Why not? I don't really. Actually, I'll just go Ice Spirit so we don't take like the barb damage. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. All right, well, y'all are getting another game. It's a good day when we got 5 games in the video, ladies and gentlemen. And if you did make it this far into the video, I wanted to ask you another question. Wait, are we on game 5? Oh.
I don't know.
I love Joe Bart. But anyways, I was going to ask, would you guys prefer like 4 good games like we usually do? Or do you think I could spice it up a little bit and try like 5 like little bit more edits to the games, something like that? I don't know. Maybe it's something I'll experiment with, but let me know your thoughts on it. I know a lot of people don't really like change, but I wouldn't be making any drastic changes. Just wondering if maybe we, you know, make it a little bit more. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. So let me know what you guys think. Okay. Yeah, I'll just hit this. He's got to respond to both of these. I'll go Vines here. Beautiful frickin' vines, baby, on the trusty turret. He goes Valkyrie, but the Valkyrie getting shot or slammed. Okay, that's not better. By the Skelly King is not a problem at all. We'll take it. We get a little bit of extra damage. I'll go Ice Spirit over here. This should be able to stun this. Then we go Fire Spirit, and we will finish everything off. A nice 2,500 damage lead. So I'm a little worried about defense with this deck versus a lot of different types of matchups, which is why I do like to apply opposite lane pressure whenever I can. I will definitely hit this ability though, just because it's going to help me stall a little bit. And I can also go vines here, and that's going to hit everything and buy me some time to get some skeletons in front to tank for my Dark Goblin while we kill the witch. Now this only kind of happened because he had to respond to the Skelly Barrel, which is why, you know, straight up we're probably not going to defend much with this deck, but we're never going to have to, if that makes sense. I'm always going to have that pressure that I'm trying to apply to make sure my opponents haven't... I really could be using the sus bush better, not gonna lie. Sorry for interrupting mid-chain of thought, but let's go in with this. Let's go in vines over here, pop this Skelly King ability here, and then we should be able to get a load of damage on either lane here. Now we decide to, okay, zap that. That's perfectly fine. We go Dark Goblin over here. I'm gonna go Suspicious Bush again. This time I do want to go Skelly King a little bit over here though, because he is going to get pushed back by that, so we got to be a little bit careful. Ability! Okay, a little scary, not too scary though. His Tombstone is out. That's good. We have an opportunity to use the Evo Scarmy based on how he counters this. Okay, I could get really frisky and risky with it, or I could just like stay the pace. We haven't taken any damage practically the entire game. There's no need to force it. I think I will just go with the little sus push action with the vines. He just used his arrow, so I will go with the Evo Scarmy because no arrows equals a fun time, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's cycle to our Evo here. With the Skeleton Barrel, hit this ability so we get something in front of the Evo Hero Scarmy. There's too much shit going on. At the end of the story, he doesn't have enough to respond because there's just too much opposite lane pressure at all times. We took a total of 200 damage that game. This deck is insane.